Hello Doctor Who fans and welcome to another Doctor Who toy video. This I shall be doing about custom Daleks, and this will be only about the 3 3/4 inch, as it is hard to do a video of every single custom Dalek I have done because I do have quite a few. Now today I shall be talking to you about all the variety I've done, including classic and new series design. Now I'll be starting to tell you about the accurate or other versions of classic Daleks that are pretty easy to do. Now in front of you here we have the Supreme Dalek from the Daleks Master Plan. We have a classic Dalek from the Magician's Apprentice and the Witcher's Familiar. And here we have a classic Dalek from Death to the Daleks. As you can see here, this one is pretty much the easiest to do. All you need to do is get the Emperor's Dalek Guard from the Twin Dalek set and just paint the base black, and that is pretty much it. You will then have the Dalek from the Supreme Dalek from the Daleks Master Plan. It is pretty much that simple. And the next Dalek, we have the Magician's Apprentice, which is Familiar Dalek. Now this one is pretty much another easy one as well. All you need is again the other Dalek from the Evil of the Daleks Twin Pack. All you need to do is then paint the dome silver, paint the ears white. All you need to do is make like a turquoisey colour, and voila! You have the Magician's Apprentice Dalek. And of course you need to paint the eye blue. But again, these are easy, simple customs, so they are pretty much easy to do. And on here, the last one, we had the Dalek from Death to the Daleks. Now this one, I also did use a Evil of the Daleks Dalek. What I did was I just basically painted the dome silver here, kept the ears orange because there were two varieties of Dalek from Death to the Daleks, some with the normal clear ear and some with orange. Then what I did, I painted the centre bit, that's usually the light grey, in black. The silver is pretty much stays the same. Paint the gun black and paint the glows black. Now the most complicated part of this Dalek was the base. Now when I realised that the Daleks had the slightly like a double base, no music pun intended there, I found out that you wouldn't be able to do this because the original Daleks had a more like a slightly thinner base, whilst the 70s 80s Daleks had a wider base, about a centimetre on toy scale. So what I did was I got one of the other classic Daleks, unscrewed that and replaced the bases and swapped them round. That Dalek I'll show you later on in this video. So what I did was I just painted the top half silver, and pretty much it fit all the base sizes fit all, so you should be okay. And voila, you pretty much had the Dalek from Death to the Daleks. Now these are pretty much easy to do. All you need is like Daleks and a bit of paint, and that's all you really need. Now another Dalek I'll be showing you is this one here. This one is the red and blue Dalek. And this one, as you can see here, is the Dalek Alpha from the gold and red Dalek twin pack. As you can see here, I did try and paint out the A, but you know, from distance it looks okay. This one is from the Big Finish Audios. Some of you may have heard of these before, but basically what the Big Finish Audios are is just like extra Doctor Who episodes, but you know, no TV, just audio, with actual Doctor Who actors. This was the Dalek on the front cover, so I've decided to do this because it's pretty straightforward, an easy custom, and looks quite good. Makes a change from a different Dalek. So if I just move that here. Now, I mentioned that I had to swap the base over from another Dalek, and this is where it came from, this fellow here. As you can see, this was the other Dalek from the twin pack, from the Dalek in the background. As you can see, this is just random customizing, because all I did was I changed the silver to black and silver, and obviously a lot of the silver, as you can see here, was basically gold and black. So what I decided to do was just, you know, make it look different. As you can see here, the rings used to be gold and black, but now I've done them black and silver. Pretty much the basis I thought was quite cool, and I added a black disc in the middle just to give it a bit more something. Obviously with customs I just do the little black bit at the end just for the laser, because obviously it's not necessarily all silver. But yeah, this is not necessarily any custom of any specificness. This is just one that I just made up as I went along. Another one I decided to do was a slightly darker gold version of that Dalek, and which is this one here. As you can see, sometimes in the light, as you can see, it's a more shiny and darker version of the gold. And I'm not sure if you're able to see, but as you can see here, underneath the head, it used to be this Dalek here, a red one. But I had too many red Daleks, so I decided to, rather than just get rid of it, I just decided to paint it a different colour. So I just made it like a cross between the Planet of the Dalek Supreme Dalek and the Day of the Dalek Supreme Dalek. So rather than either gold or black and gold, I decided to do a mixture. As you can see, I decided to paint the silver, as you can see here, into black and gold with the black bolts here. And all of this I kept gold. Weaponry also painted gold as well as the entire eye stalk painted black. So, and also to put a modern look to it, I did the blue pupil there rather than keep the white disc. But again, this is just, you can pretty much paint any Dalek you like in any colour. They can be as different as you like. One that's probably surprising that I did is this one here. This, I'm not sure if you're able to see or not. A bit dusty there. This is supposed to be a purple one. Again, this also used to be one of the gold ones, right, see in the background. I did buy quite a lot of these sets whilst I've been flogged on Toys R Us for about a couple of £4 each, so I bought quite a few. Purple I just decided because, well, I wanted to see what purple looked like on the Dalek. Overall, it's not too bad, different. I decided to do a dark shade of purple and a bright shade of purple because I think, bright purple Dalek, it's not necessarily that scary. But it's not too in your face either, it's more like subtle. Sometimes in the dark it can look like a dark navy blue. And here we had the new series design versions. Now, as you can see, I've not done as many as these, but, I don't really mind. And I shall be starting off with this one here. Now, a lot of you may not recognise this one, but this is also known as the third Imperial Dalek Guard. This was seen in the background and had the slightly different, unusual weapon. Well, what I did, I just got a normal standard asylum Dalek. I did dirty it up a bit because obviously, it did look dirty from an angle, but you must remember Daleks don't necessarily keep clean a lot. Painted the dome black to make it a standard Dalek Guard, and I just made this weapon. Now this is pretty straightforward. All you need is 2 bits of card, which accounts for this bit, and the round bit here is just basically blue tack. It is pretty much as simple as that. It's nothing necessarily special. All you need to do is roll up a ball of blue tack and just put it there. It's, you don't need to be extravagant with, you can be extravagant if you like, but, it's simple, low cost, and just uses parts that lie around. The next here we have the Dalek time controller. What I did, this was just obviously another standard gold Dalek, so what I did was I used a dark shade of blue as well as silver. Again, just a normal standard gold Dalek. And the rings here, as you can see, is basically just 2, bit of silver card just cut into 2 circles and, lodged in. It is pretty straightforward, and this Dalek was supposed to be part of the, again, Big Finish audio Dalek, but there's pretty much no accurate design because there's about 2-3 versions, but this is pretty much exactly what it looks like. It's pretty much silver, blue and black. But yeah, this is a custom Dalek time controller. Here we have, just in case a lot of you never got this, this is a custom of the Dalek figurine that came out by Eagle Moss. There's also was seen in the background of the Parting of the Ways Series 1 finale. This one is pretty straightforward. Again, all we need is standard gold Dalek. This one I used the electronic moving Dalek, as you can see with the brushes. And all you need to do is paint the base black, the head black, delicately just go over the ears, as you can see here. And for the arm, as you can see here, what I did was I got 2 cocktail sticks, cut out a bit of a saw kind of thing on a bit of silver card, and you know, it is pretty much just as straightforward as that. All you need, I mean, it was very problematic to do this bit, so all you need is a cocktail stick and try and, you know, make a rectangular frame out of it. Obviously put the this bit in first, and then try and glue it all together as quickly as you can without trying to glue it to yourself, which I found out happens quite a lot with this one. But overall, it was worth it in the end, because I think this is one of my favourite customs I've done. The next one here is the Imperial. Again, this is the Imperial Dalek design, and I put this on the Imperial Dalek Guard. It's, again, nothing special. All you need is the Imperial Dalek Guard, either the electronic one or the standard one, and it's pretty much as simple as that. All you need to do is put the white and gold onto it. You know, again, nothing special, just white and gold paint on a gold Dalek. You know, a lot of these aren't really special. For instance, here we got red and black. This was the silver and blue Dalek. That was from the Dalek Invasion of Earth one. This was where there was 2 new series Daleks, twin pack, and again, this was just a one loose one I had, and decided just to paint it something different. But I thought, rather than wait, I'd make my own version, and obviously, voila. The centre was light grey, but all you need to do is just paint it black. But as simple as that, really. And the last one, this is literally nothing special. This is just, well, colours that I thought would go well. So it's, again, just a standard grey Dalek. And I just painted on it, well, black here, as you can see. Red ears, the red rings behind the eye. A half grey and a half black base. I mean, it's nothing special, but you know, overall it's not too bad. Again, these Daleks, you can pretty much make any design you like. There's like literally an infinity of designs. These are just ones that, you know, of paint I had and decided to make my own. There's literally thousands and thousands of combinations. On to my last customs, and possibly one of my favourite, are the custom asylum Daleks. Now these ones I love because you can pretty much do various combinations, and there's such a variety of the Daleks you could do that were from the asylum. As you can see here, all you need is like a asylum Dalek. This was a normal one, as you can see, just wheels on the back, and obviously, you know, testing the paint and everything. All you need is to scrape the red stamp, make sure you don't paint over it too much, and all you need is like make different kinds of grey, dark, light, because obviously it's dusty. And you just remember, you don't need to be perfect with these because, well, they're asylum Daleks, so they've been stuck in, you know, underground for long periods of time. So you can pretty much do as rough as you like. You know, that's the main good thing about them. As you can see here in the back was an imperial asylum Dalek. Now, obviously, that wasn't actually in the Asylum of the Daleks episode, but you must remember the asylum was big. It was a whole planet. You can pretty much do lots of different designs. So I just did, you know, an imperial Dalek, and voila, all you need to do is damage it up. You know, it literally does not take much. You can just get a normal Dalek and paint it up a bit. As you can see, I've chopped off a bit of the ear with this one. As you can see, it's a bit damaged. Just a bit glue, bit, you know, whatever. You can literally do a variety of designs. As you can see here at the front, we got a Genesis grey Dalek. All you need to do is paint the red stamp on. This is a bit of PVA glue that, you know, leaked everywhere, but you know, it gives a good damaged rough look. Now you don't need to go over the top with the paint because obviously you want to still see the colour a bit. Sometimes in the light you can still see it, as you can see. You know, you want to see that it was actually a gold Dalek. In the middle, it's pretty much one of my favourite ones, the Emperor's Dalek Guard Asylum Dalek. Now this one I pretty much only did light grey, and funny enough used a bit of talcum powder. So again, it's nothing that you won't have in your household. All you need is pretty much grey paint. All you need is grey paint and a bit of talcum powder, and you can pretty much do a variety. But again, don't do too much with the talcum powder. As you can see here, it can be you don't want chunks of white everywhere. But I've done about nearly a dozen or 12 asylum Daleks. And if you're never satisfied with just the asylum Daleks, all you need is some time zone sets, and you can make your very own asylum. Now it's pretty much straightforward. All you need is 2 time zone sets and just literally paint them black. Now, as you can see here, if I just twist this around a bit, I think I'll do. As you can see here, the Daleks fit in very well. And remember, you just need to use bits and bobs. As you can see, bits of string, bits of chain that I had. This was just from the time zone sets. This was from the Hyde and the Angels Take Manhattan sets. Because they've been flogging them off, they pretty much literally have no use whatsoever. And I didn't really like the flimsiness of it, so I thought, why not do something with it? So I thought, why not? So I try and do a custom asylum, and I'm quite impressed with it as well. As you can see here, there's another asylum Dalek with no plunger on it. All you need to do is take that out. It's pretty much easy. You may also see there's a silver and blue Dalek in the background. But yeah, it's pretty much straightforward. You don't need to be perfect with it. All you need to is use black, grey, even a rusty orange as well. That does very well. But it's pretty much straightforward. Don't need to be attention to detail too much because it's supposed to be a bit imperfect. This is just mine. It is pretty straightforward. You don't even need a time zone playset. You can literally just use bits of card and stick them together, and put a Dalek inside it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want any more questions or a bit of help on ideas for a custom Dalek, then please don't be afraid to comment below. Confession: my Asylum Imperial Dalek was actually a custom Imperial Dalek, but I think I used a bit too much white paint and I didn't like the actual detail to it. So rather than throw it away, I just decided to do this. Anyway, that's mad enough as it is. But yeah, one day I shall reattempt. So keep following the Who page on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Facebook.